Hey everyone, Mark and Joey here with the Ultimate Sports Channel, ultimatesportschannel.com actually. If you head over to the website, you can see daily sports. Even though we do this show once a week, Joey, on Mondays, which is what we're doing today, you can go there every day. We have a refreshed of stories, commentary, all the things that are happening in sports. So head over to the website and listen. We have a special for you on the sponsors page, which is a free vacation, a free restaurant card, and free travel savings. Head over there. All you got to do is email us, and we're going to send you this that you can enjoy. We appreciate our fans so much. Go over to Patreon, Joey. What's happening in Patreon with our shows now?
Yeah, you have to go over there and subscribe. Pledge your $5 after making an account. You can use your Facebook stuff to log in or
That's
create an
$5
account.
a month.
$5 a month. Pledge that. Get all the videos that we are posting throughout the entire week. So lots of great content.
And with that as well, we've started an ultimate horse racing channel as part of our Patreon as well. We're huge horse racing fans. We know a lot of people don't really understand the sport and how they can enjoy it, and we're doing that now. Several videos are going to end up on the subscription site, so take a look for that as well. And we're also doing a bunch of travel ones that we've done over the years of traveling with your golf, and we're going to have golf courses and horse race tracks that we've been to and give you our thoughts on those particular things. So head over to patreon.com and take a look at all that. But Joey, one of our favorite sports, of course, is basketball. Of course, if you haven't seen the show before, we're from Toronto, which makes us the champions, defending champions. And our team is doing really well in the start of the year without Leonard. But Joey, there's lots of other stories happening in the NBA. And let's get there. Actually, my apologies. I didn't get the sheet up here with our stories. But, let's start off with what is great about basketball. It's the amount of points these guys score. And 65 points, you'd think sometimes it could be a team, but it was one player the other night.
James Harden, man, has been lighting it up. And this is almost a two-topic in one, because I'm going to go on about the Houston Rockets here, who have, in fact, won, I believe it's 8 in a row. So James Harden, 65 points is absolutely ridiculous. It's so impressive what he's been able to do. And I think whether he wins a championship or not, he changed the league in scoring. The amount of points he's been able to put up throughout his career so far has been absolutely ridiculous, and his three-pointer step back is phenomenal. It's going to live on forever. So I think regardless of how his career wraps up, we'll remember him for the amount of points he has put up, and he did it again the other night with 65.
Yeah.
Has led this Houston team, him and Russell Westbrook, to an 8-game winning streak. Very much in the race here. So awesome to see. Man, the NBA can put up some points.
Well, they sure can, Joey. And the funny part is, I think we're going to talk about Houston here, so we might as well just move into that, is that these guys have really led Houston, I think, and you were a huge Houston fan. Yeah. And at the start of the year, you kind of gave up a little bit because of how tough their division was going to be. And these guys have stepped up now and said, hey, who cares about LeBron? Who cares about Leonard? We're going to go out there, and this team is good. These guys are great players. And I think this might be the motivation that leads Houston possibly to the finals that they haven't been able to achieve over the last few years.
Well, I'll tell you one thing that they haven't been is underrated, or not underrated, but
they've been overrated in my mind. Appreciated?
Under the
microscope? What are you trying to
do? Under the radar, yeah, under the radar, sorry. Under the radar. They're normally not under the radar.
Yeah, but they are.
It's probably the first year that they are. So that's what I was getting at here. For the first time probably since James Harden really became James Harden and Fear the Beard and all that stuff, he will be flying, and the team will be flying a little bit under the radar behind the two LA teams. So I think that might be an advantage going forward in the playoffs. Obviously, Golden State is out. My God.
That changes everything by itself.
We've talked about that twice already. So Golden State's out. Portland looks horrible. Really, besides Houston, LA, and LA, there's really no one. And Houston will probably be the underdogs. But right now, will be healthier than the two LA teams. Might get the 1 seed. May not even have to play one of the LA teams
that'd be amazing.
Until the conference finals. If they're the 1 seed, LA and LA are 2-3. What a story that'd be for them.
Yeah,
so,
no kidding.
Who knows what could happen here right now with Houston. I'd say, first of all, like I said, they're probably going to be the healthiest team out of those three. And they can definitely play the best basketball when they want to. And, it's going to be interesting going forward. The Golden State Warriors have stopped them every year. They're not there anymore. I know there's still two other teams now with better players, but there's no jinx. It feels like it's specifically against one city, one team, one player.
And
they got a great chance.
We got Leonard last year, which everybody will say was a key, but on the other hand, LeBron left our conference, and that was a blockage for the Raptors. Right? We couldn't get past LeBron, no matter how good a team we had, and we don't even know if we would have done it necessarily last year if he was still on Cleveland. Who the hell knows? But you know what? You got to break through that. And what's happened this year? The league is taking care of it all by itself. The Warriors are going to be terrible. They'll never have to worry about meeting them in the playoffs this year, which is going to be maybe the thing they needed to get to the finals. So it's going to be interesting to see. But you know what? 65 points. You know, it's incredible to be able to put those kind of points down. So good for him. Now, we are talking a little bit about LA here, a LeBron and Kobe moment, which was kind of cool.
Yeah,
actually.
so I mean, obviously, you know, LeBron has kind of taken over the LA Lakers, and last year did not go well. It was very much booed. There's talks of trading him, believe it or not. It was probably the worst first season you could ever have going to LA.
But he just wanted to rest, ultimately.
No, I'm not even going to get into that. I'm going to get into what LA people felt.
Oh, yeah.
You know, LA people love their Kobe. They love their Magic Johnson. LeBron comes in, actually probably gets Magic Johnson fired.
Yeah. No doubt.
Misses the playoffs again. Couldn't even, like, get him in the 8th seed. And, like, you're supposed to be the king, come into the Lakers with this legacy and Kobe and all that, what they're used to. I'm talking about how the fans felt. They were talking about trading him.
Yeah,
So, they're obviously much better this year. LeBron's healthy, got the rest. And so, finally, though, we got a moment where they haven't had, obviously, in a year, and good vibes, too, of the team and Kobe. And it was a cool moment on the sidelines. The one thing I love about seeing Kobe have to stand up is you can tell he used to play because he grabbed his knees and he's like trying to shake his hands. But it's very, very cool. The next play, LeBron hit a 3 too. It was pretty impressive. Yeah. But I just think it was a cool moment for the Lakers fans, and I know the emotions they probably felt.
Kind of passing the torch.
Yeah.
Even though it was a big gap in the torch.
It was kind of official there, though, because they're actually good now.
Yeah.
Kobe was there on the sideline, so it was a good moment and pretty cool. And good for Kobe. You know, Kobe's obviously been, you know, very, kind of like Tiger. Once was, won't talk to anybody, won't help anyone. This old grandpa who's not helping everybody.
Well, you know what? The ego goes away.
Real fast. Like he said, he goes, you realize, like, all of a sudden he doesn't eat for free at restaurants. It's like, what the hell is this all about?
Then he can walk down the street and nobody really cares
anymore. Yeah.
So that's the way it goes in sports. It's while you're playing and while you're great that it really matters. But like you say, it's good for the team to see that there was this kind of positive moment as well. So happy to see that happening.
Hey, Kobe, come on back. I mean,
and, you know, one of the things we're talking about right now is, are we primed for a classic Boston versus LA finals? I didn't really think Boston had anything going on this season, quite honestly.
I didn't either. I mean, I didn't either. They signed Kemba Walker, got rid of Kyrie Irving. I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, first of all, I can tell you one thing that people may not, well, basketball people know this. They want it to happen.
Yeah.
You know, this is obviously a legendary series from way back with, I'm guessing, Larry Bird and Magic Johnson days, I'm guessing. I don't know for sure. So, obviously, this is a classic match that the people wanted to see back for so long, never really had it for a while, and now they might get it. And Kemba Walker, who, like I said, switched spots with Kyrie Irving. In my mind, talent-wise, a downgrade. One thing people don't always...
Attitude-wise.
Attitude, man, and chemistry. He's working with the young guys. He's not taking the ball from them. He's not trying to be like, this is my team. You know, even though he's playing amazing... and he is a star of his own, it just works better and flow with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. So, you know, we might be on pace for this.
Well, we've talked about this many times with many teams, that sometimes you think that star leaves and the world ends, but it doesn't, because now more guys get to play. We're seeing this with the Raptors this year, same thing with Leonard leaving and other guys get a chance to step up, and that's what you get out of that. So, you know, good on Boston. They've taken that step and they're playing lights out right now. So we'll see what happens the rest of the season.
It'll be interesting.
It's a long year, but they've certainly, you know, done way more than we would have thought they did. I thought they're going to be terrible this year.
There's that, and I will tell you this, even though I'm a Toronto fan, if the league had a choice, that's the series it has.
So for sure.
With LeBron in that mix as well, who obviously still leads the TV rating. So it's something to look forward to going forward, and it'd be a big moment.
We live here. We're the champions, but even we know once the you know the euphoria of the Raptors winning is done, now a second year doesn't bring near the euphoria that last year brought. So from a league perspective of Boston, LA, or, you know, one of the big cities in against LA is going to be huge for the league. That's what they're going to be looking for.
Well, right now, really, the only team they want is Boston or Philly, but I'd rather see Boston for sure. So we'll look at that going forward.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens there. But, you know, it's a long season. Yeah, that's what we got to see. And same thing for the Phoenix Suns. Like, you know, another team that's kind of surprising a little bit, I would say. Maybe more than a little bit.
They made some underrated moves that I didn't really know what to think about. It was kind of sneaky, and no one really knew whether or not that was going to be a big enough deal. It turns out they're looking pretty good early on. You
Yeah.
might be able to hang on to a playoff spot. I can tell you one thing, they don't need anything more than just that. That'd be enough for this city to get fired up for this basketball team, who I've really felt like they have ruined young man Devin Booker's career so far. So, we'll see going forward. They look pretty good. Hopefully they can make the playoffs. Like I said, that's good enough for a city like that. And, that's it, really.
Well, and I think it is a city that's had some success. Matter of fact, I think Steve Nash played there, right?
Well, way back,
we
Steve
have
Nash and Shaq at one point.
We have a Canadian connection.
Yeah,
to
they had
them.
Shaq at one point too.
And so, it's Steve Nash is maybe the greatest Canadian to ever play the game, without a doubt. And so we had followed that team. I did way back when, and unfortunately, that's why I was kind of questioning. I was trying to think. I thought he was there, and I thought, oh, maybe.
No, he was. But they've gone really downhill.
You know what? It's been a long downhill slide since those days, and I'd love to see the team coming back up, along with the hockey team. So, they've got a lot of exciting things happening there right now. So that's interesting to see. We'll see what the rest of the season brings for them. Here's an interesting one, and you know what? The president of the Raptors is probably the smartest guy around.
Oh, God.
But here's Kawhi now missing because of injury. He let him go. He managed him last year. Maybe knew that he couldn't continue to be healthy for a long time. I don't want to make this bigger than it is, but 3 games in a row with injury.
There's a couple things about this. The next topic is about Masai too. I'll let you read the headline. But first off, Kawhi out for his 3rd straight game. They said they would be no load management for him this year. They're wrong about that. Yeah. They're going to need it. He is banged up. I said this is why I didn't like the Clippers in the beginning of the year. I preferred LA Lakers. I kind of gone back and forth. I mean, if you watch every video, you'll see me. I just flip-flop all the time. But I did say that at the beginning. I always said the most banged-up team in the NBA is the Clippers. Yeah. Paul George, who already missed the beginning of the season, and now Kawhi. Now, individually, they're still amazing, and they absolutely destroyed a team the other night. But I always say this will be an issue, especially in playoff time with a healthy Lakers team, more than likely, because LeBron's body is usually in better shape than other people's, still is, and he had all that rest.
Yeah.
And now you look at Houston, who's usually healthy, normally isn't be able to pull through come Golden State time. So when you look at those other teams, the one thing they don't have, the Clippers definitely have, is they don't have as many injuries. The Clippers are always going to have injury issues, and can they be healthy come playoff time? They're going to have to think about start sitting these guys more often.
Well, and that's when it matters, right? It's the playoffs, so they're going to make the playoffs. So, like you say, there's enough individual talent there still, no matter what injuries are happening during the season, as with the Raptors last year. But it really took Kawhi in the playoffs to make the difference. If he's not there,
but Kawhi and Paul George play both end of the court, so that's why they're so great if they're healthy. But that's also why they probably get injured a little bit more than others. But they will need him come playoff time.
So really interesting to see. We'll see what's going to happen there. Our last one actually is Houston goes for 8 in a row coming up. And so that's looking, well, we just talked about Houston a lot.
Yeah,
so.
I think I had Masai Ujiri, though, in there. But Giannis?
No, actually, you left it here, but...
Knicks are trying to steal Masai Ujiri.
Oh, is that right? Okay, yeah, I'm glad you're on top. Sorry, I missed it there.
Knicks are, the report came out that Knicks are trying to steal Masai Ujiri from the Toronto Raptors to get Giannis Antetokounmpo in free agency. Now, I love the Knicks because they're so delusional. And it makes me laugh. I do not see Masai Ujiri leaving the Raptors right now. First of all, this season's going too well.
Yeah, if he was going to leave, it was in the off season.
Or if the season sucked. Yeah. But this season's going too well, and he's seen more importantly, what I actually want to flip this topic into is they think Masai has power over Giannis, which means if he actually stays in Toronto, is this a potential opportunity? And I tell you one thing, if they be in the playoffs and Toronto wins, I think it's a lock that he might come to Toronto. Why not? You got a great team there. You got Pascal Siakam, who's a rising star. You got Van Fleet. I tell you what, Lowry will be gone next year.
For sure,
I think Gasol will be gone. I think Ibaka might stay. Unfortunately, I think it will be an end of an era with Lowry. That's why they only signed a 1-year deal this year. Strong possibility, but what I heard in this article wasn't the Knicks might actually get him and might get Giannis. All I heard was Masai has something that Giannis likes, and if he stays in Toronto, is that a possibility? So I'm looking more towards that. I think it's a strong possibility. Hopefully that comes true. Masai Ujiri has been an unsung hero of basketball, rising 2 teams, Denver way back in the day. Now the Toronto Raptors, who are completely outside the United States, making them the team they are now. Very impressive stuff. If he does go to the Knicks, it's only because this guy loves the biggest challenges in the NBA. And I don't blame either. He's been successful so far. But I think he stays in Toronto. And now maybe, I think at least a meeting with Giannis in the offseason, which is very exciting for Canadian basketball.
Well, I think you're right. I think he had his opportunity to leave if he was going to leave.
I
mean, he got to the championship, which is what he came here to do. So if he was going, he was going to go this summer.
Well, again, I don't think
he's going to go now. He's seen another good team. It's a young team again. This is a team that could go on for years.
Totally.
He's at the helm here. He's going to have a lot of success. And if you're going to leave, man, you leave once you win the championship, because that was his goal here. So I think there's no doubt he's going to stay. There was lots of rumors last year too that he was going to multitude of places,
Washington,
over the summer and everything. So I don't think we're going to see that. Anyway, there you go. Sorry, I missed that subject in the middle there.
It's the biggest one. I want to talk about the Raptors getting Giannis.
See, I moved it down to the bottom for you. So there you go.
Right.
That wraps up our NBA show, folks. We'll look forward to talking to you next Monday with the Ultimate Sports Channel Weekly Rewind. We'll enjoy another week of sports. It's always interesting, always exciting. And the basketball and hockey are starting to get more into their season. Like the NFL, which is getting past its midseason, and lots of interesting things are happening. So we'll look forward to chatting next week.